The 1960s weren't just the groovy era of flower power and Beatlemania, they were a golden age for movies. While films like Psycho and Lawrence of Arabia dominated the spotlight, countless hidden gems slipped under the radar. This list dives deep into 10 criminally underrated movies from the 60s that deserve your attention. Some are quirky, some are heart-wrenching, and all will make you rethink what you know about this dynamic decade. So, buckle up for some cinematic discoveries, and if we spark a new favorite for your watch list, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps us hunting for more cinematic treasures. Stick around till the end to see if your hidden gem made the cut, or to suggest one we might have missed. Imagine Burt Lancaster, clad only in swim trunks, embarking on an existential journey by swimming through the pools of suburban neighbors. Sounds absurd, right? It is, but in the best way possible. Directed by Frank Perry, the swimmer unravels like a surreal, sun-soaked nightmare, as Lancaster's character realizes he's not just wading through water, but his own failures and regrets. Equal parts haunting and darkly humorous, this film offers a devastating commentary on the facade of the American dream. Trust us, you'll never look at a backyard pool the same way again. Before John Wick, there was Walker, a man left for dead who comes back to settle scores. Lee Marvin stars in this hyper-stylized neo-noir directed by John Berman, blending brutal violence with avant-garde editing. Critics didn't know what to make of its trippy visuals and cold-blooded anti-hero at the time, but its influence on modern action thrillers is undeniable. Plus, there's something hilariously satisfying about Marvin's deadpan delivery while wreaking havoc on anyone who dares stand in his way. Ever wanted to see a prison break done with spoons, pipes, and sheer guts? Jacques Becker's The Hole, or Le Trou in French, is a masterclass in suspense. Based on a real story, the film traps you in its claustrophobic setting as 4 prisoners meticulously chip away at their escape plan, until one of them starts acting suspiciously. The nearly wordless sequences are hypnotic, but the tension is broken by moments so dryly comedic, you'll question if you're laughing out of nerves or genuine amusement. This darkly comic Czech masterpiece from director Uri Herz is not for the faint of heart. Following a funeral director obsessed with helping people transition to the next world, the Cremator mixes absurd humor with grotesque horror. It's Kafka meets Monty Python, with a sprinkle of existential dread. With eerie visuals and an unforgettable lead performance, it's the perfect pick if you like your cinema with a side of, "What did I just watch?" What would you do if you could completely change your face? Hiroshi Teshigahara explores this unnerving question in the face of another, a philosophical sci-fi drama that's part Twilight Zone and part Dostoevsky. When a disfigured businessman gets a lifelike mask, it grants him anonymity but erodes his identity. As bizarre and unsettling as it is visually stunning, this Japanese gem dives into themes of alienation and moral decay with the precision of a scalpel. While Dr. Strangelove soaked the Cuban Missile Crisis in satire, Sidney Lumet's Fail-Safe played it terrifyingly straight. This Cold War thriller follows a U.S. bomber crew mistakenly ordered to nuke Moscow, and the frantic efforts to stop them. The stark black-and-white cinematography and mounting dread will leave you gripping the edge of your seat. And if you need another reason to watch, Henry Fonda delivers one of the most commanding performances of his career. What do you get when you cross an aging horror star with a disillusioned Vietnam War veteran? Target's, Peter Bogdanovich's directorial debut, is an unervingly prescient commentary on violence in America. Boris Karloff plays a fading movie icon grappling with irrelevance, while a deranged sniper turns everyday life into a horror show. It's part meta-Hollywood satire, part harrowing thriller, and 100% ahead of its time. A film noir that feels like it was ripped from the diary of a disillusioned hitman, Blast of Silence oozes grit. Shot on a shoestring budget, it follows Frankie Bono, a contract killer whose holiday job in New York City gets complicated. The moody voiceover narration and jazz-infused score create a vibe so cool, it's a wonder this film isn't more celebrated. Bonus: the Christmas setting adds an ironic twist to the grim proceedings. Ever think a servant could completely upend their master's life? Joseph Losey's The Servant is a slow-burn psychological thriller about power dynamics gone awry. Dirk Bogarde delivers a masterclass in subtle manipulation as a valet who slowly erodes his employer's grip on reality. With razor-sharp dialogue by Harold Pinter and a suffocatingly tense atmosphere, this film feels like a chess game where the pawns outsmart the king. Set in war-torn medieval Japan, Onibaba is a horror film like no other. Two women survive by murdering lost samurai and stealing their possessions, until a demonic mask complicates their already grim existence. Kanito Shindo's direction is hypnotic, with eerie reeds swaying in the wind and shadows dancing like restless spirits. The blend of folklore, eroticism, and psychological horror will keep you transfixed, and maybe a little freaked out. There you have it, 10 underrated gems from the swinging 60s. Did we unearth a new favorite for your watch list, or did we miss one of your personal picks? Drop your suggestions in the comments. We love expanding our list of hidden treasures. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support helps us dig up even more forgotten cinematic gold. Until next time, happy watching!